Welcome back. Well, the clock is ticking on a possible government shutdown. The next move up to the House of Representatives. So what will they do? Let's talk to Texas Congressman Jeb Hensarling, chairman of the House Financial Services Committee, who has a very busy day ahead of him. Congressman, nice to have you on the show this morning. What are you guys going to do?
Well, one, it's not going to hurt Congress to have to work over a weekend. So House Republicans are going to gather today at noon. We'll listen to our Speaker and leader. And we'll come out with a united plan, but I think the Speaker has already said what the Senate has said is unacceptable. And I've also find it fascinating that the President seems to be AWOL. I mean, the President of the United States of America has now said he'll negotiate with Iranians, he'll negotiate with Syrians, he'll negotiate with Russians. He just won't negotiate with Americans.
So what sort of a united plan will come out of the House of Representatives? We know what came out of the Senate, which has the removed portion of Obamacare in it, sent back to you guys now. The President has said he would veto any plan that comes out of Congress that would move to defund Obamacare. So what sorts of provisions will we see inside of this, this government spending bill?
Again, we're going to have to gather as House Republicans today in a few hours, so I can't quite answer the question. But you know what? Even if people agree that Obamacare is a good thing, and by the way, with each passing day, fewer and fewer Americans think that. I mean, clearly this is a program that is not ready for prime time. I mean, nothing was more ironic than 48 hours ago, the President trumpeting the rollout of this law, and 20 minutes later his administration announces yet another delay, this time the small business exchange sign-up. So if we can't agree to defund it, can we at least agree as a nation to delay it?
Well,
and,
I mean, that's
it's not just Republicans.
But, you know, you heard from other Republicans as well, and we even had Governor Mike Huckabee on the show just a short time ago. He said it would be stupid and dumb, frankly, for Republicans to vote to shut down the government, and that this should just stand on its own. That healthcare, Obamacare, if it is that bad, and if the American people don't want it, let it stand on its own. And why tie Republicans to it? Now Republicans are tied to it.
Well, I don't necessarily agree with that. House Republicans have already voted to keep the government open. We will send another bill to keep the government open. I don't think anybody wants to shut that down. And the American people deserve the truth. I mean, in actuality, it's a slowdown, not a shutdown. It's not good. It needs to be avoided. But at the same time, the American people are speaking out overwhelmingly. They don't want this.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I don't understand why the President, again, who will negotiate with Iranians and Russians, won't at least admit at some point this thing isn't ready for prime time. I mean, they've delayed the employer mandate. And besides the delay, think about the fairness. You know, every day we have a new news report, many on your network, be it, you know, Home Depot or be it UPS or some nationally known business is having to cut back on health care because of Obamacare. So the answer to the question is, if they won't accept defund, fine. Well, at least let's have delay. Let's have delay. But nobody's talking about shutting down the government. Again, it's not going to hurt Congress and the President to have to work a weekend to do something about a law that's harming our economy and is not ready for prime time.
Congressman, before we let you go, just a few seconds left. If the House does come back with something, and then on Monday, that's when Harry Reid said, look, we're not doing anything over the weekend in the Senate, so even if you guys do get it back to them, are we running out of time? I mean, it's Monday at midnight, government shutdown.
Well, I got to tell you, I've been around here long enough to know that if the Senate really wants to get something done quickly, they can get something done quickly. There's time to do something for the American people, and that's to delay Obamacare. That's hurting our health care, hurting jobs, hurting this economy, and I would hope that reasonable minds could come together and achieve that goal.
Congressman Jeb Hensarling, you have a busy day ahead of you. Thanks for stopping by and sharing a few minutes with us here on Fox and Friends. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Clay.
You bet. Coming up here.